And so again, we're gonna go follow my old pattern on there. And I'm on a 15, just want to double check. I'm gonna pull this hair up and the ear back. Just take this out. And she's older, so I have to stretch her. A little droopy. Now of my poodle, she's probably the least liking to be groomed. She's always fought me on it. I'm gonna hold her head up. Like I said, I've seen different people tell different angles of how to go. I just like right before she falls off. She's almost very U-neck, so I don't want to give her too much neck so it stands out there. I'm gonna use the corner of my creativas and just go down. I want to make a nice, elegant point on her. Oh. Don't get mad at me, you're fine. You try to make yourself nice, clean lines. Clean lines will be your lifesaver in the end. I'm gonna stretch her lip. If she'll let me, Pandora. Head up. See, she's very, you don't wanna do this kind of thing. I'm gonna stretch that lip out. Try to get it nice and clean. She wrinkles her face, so we're really gonna stretch it. Good girl. Do a little inverted V between the eyes. Because we gemmed her, I'm gonna go up to a 30 so I can get these right off. She'll get more bling tomorrow. This Pandy's gotta have bling. That nose super clean. And I always do a 30 back around my eyes just to get those super clean. Good girl. Back to a 15 for the other side of the face. Hold that hair up, ears back. Corner of my clippers to really get that in. Good girl. Shut up. It's a pretty girl. I'm going to go back to my 30 for the rest of her muzzle. Hold that eye so I can really get under it. And pull that cheek out. Pandora. Head up. Sucking in that hair. It's all right, baby girl. Good girl. Good girl. All right. So, like I said, I'm going to go different on both sides. I'm going to start working on her pom-poms a little bit. Let me see something really quick. Let me get her fluffed up. Actually, let me play with that line just a little bit. Okay. And her pattern is slightly off. I I've been having somebody else groom one of my dogs for a change, and we're learning how to groom on her. Not that she's always the most willing and accepting of it, but she's got a fun coat to kind of play with. So I'm gonna try to fix up my lines just a little bit. So let me go ahead and try to set in some of this side of the neck so I know what I'm working with. She's got a lot of coat. Come here, just that. Okay. Some shears. All right. So I'm going to use some reverse curves on our lines right around her neck because I want it to stand out. Come here. You always want to make sure your poodle is standing nice when you're trimming it in a continental, because one little movement can change it all. Stay. So I'm going to set this back into the shoulder. She's got a lot of coat to lose. And get my line down here. Keep pulling all that hair down that you can. Stop. You're being fidgety. So I'm going to try to kind of match this line to this line. So this by no means is not a show continental. It's just my pet version of her continental. I just happen to like a lot of fluff. You can see how much coat she has to lose, though. I originally got Pandora because I have all white standard poodles because I love creative. I wanted everything I have to color it up. And I wanted something that forced me to learn breed profile. And so if I got the time, she was black when I first got her, Sherm blue, and I knew it would force me to do something normal, I guess, normal poodle trims. But a lot of my clients, I take her to work every day and they've fallen in love with her. And so now I do a ton of blue and black standard poodles. They all want the same cut as Pandora.
Lori, do you get a lot of clients that want you to do this kind of stuff for their everyday dogs?
I actually do. A little bit of carve work, but most people want ears, tails. They like a little, just bit of pizzazz on their dogs. Especially the ones that are neighbors. That's always fun because you start one dog and then their neighbor gets jealous and then that dog wants colored and so on and so forth. Sport times are great times to do creative. Little league teams, you can always do the numbers of the kids on the jerseys, the logos. When Oklahoma City Thunder came, it just seemed every dog, every man that came in, like football and basketball, all that, just made logos and started doing them on dogs. So creative is a great way to add attention into your shop. Especially most creative, salon creative is very easily done. It's very quick, very temporary products. You don't have to go as extreme as what you see running around. A little bit of color will always do it.
And if I may ask,
Yes.
What kind of add-ons does that generate for your shop as far as cost?
Cost-wise, the quickest thing you can do in your shop are blow pens with stencils. You buy a box of blow pens for $15. They will last you 6 months to a year. They're a beautiful blow product, and it takes maybe about a minute of your time. You just open a stencil, blow pen it on, take the stencil off, dog goes out the door. Earrings are a great one. It's what she had on her face earlier, a little bit of bling. It's Aleene's Tacky Glue, which is a water-soluble craft glue. You just wash it right off, and a gemstone. And we do this on a lot of our dogs that are shaved, short faces, schnauzers with the short ears. And that normally it's like $3 for a set of earrings, but it costs maybe 5 cents, if that, for a pair of earrings. These fun little add-on services will set you aside from some of the other people that aren't there in your area that won't do it. And clients love it. People spend much more money on dogs anymore than they do their own children. And so when you can start adding this into your shop, you could just keep it adding on, because each time the client wants more and more and more. You go through feathers like crazy.
I know.
She's a feather queen.
Yeah,
That's
I
it.
am a feather queen at my shop.
Yeah. And your clients that generally started with one feather, it's like, maybe, but now they always want feathers.
They would,
Yeah.
And now for special occasion, they want certain ones for certain things. So yeah,
Yes.
it's evolved into
Yes.
this big thing. And my problem is I don't charge for them. I pay a lot for feathers. It's not unlikely for me to spend $90 for 30 feathers. So I'm only getting, 30 uses, but what it generates in the shop is so worth it. I get dogs from all over that'll just come for feathers.
Yes.
Now, if they just do that and they're not a regular client, then I charge.
Charge. Yeah.
But if it's a client dog, I don't charge them. But it generates a lot of new business. So
It does. Absolutely.
yeah. So I was just curious because you do so much more. So I just wondered how does that work out? Cost-wise?
Yes. And like I said, in a shop setting, it's rare that we do anything full-fledged creative. What we do is make sure it's cost-effective in our shops to do. But it's gotten to a point where I used to welcome creative. I was like, yes, everybody wants this. And now I do so much of it, I'm just like, yeah. And I've been known, people come in, they're like, okay, well, today I want my dog colored. Well, whenever it comes to dye work, that is time consuming. So they'll have to book another time, or they can go with temporary.
Right.
So it's a good thing. It's like the Field of Dreams. If you build it, they will come, and
Yes,
they do. It gets
true.
crazy.
That part's true.
Yes. Up. She's lazy. It's my lazy
right.
girl. Oh. So I'm going to kind of set this line back in. And then I'm going to I don't want to set everything on top yet. It's kind of hard to see from the side, but we're going to work with it. Try to get that underneath. I'm trying to grow her back end out here a little bit. Try to get all that excess hair on the inside. And I'm gonna take, let me get this back line set in. Okay. Just where my back line is, I always hold, I lightly pull the hair back and hold to my line back here. And now I can see up here what I can cut in. Head up. Everything falling behind that line off. Ah! Throwing things. Okay. On her rosettes, I'll get all of this jacket later. I'm trying to grow them back up. You can see they were cut pretty far back. So I'm going to move them up. And I'm going to use some extreme curve for those. And I like to use my extreme curve for my rosettes and my palms. Simply because it makes everything very, very easy to trim in. So all of this is going to have to go. And actually take and brush it out. So get back in there in a little bit and clean it up again. I want these to grow forward a little bit, so I'm not going to take as much in the front off. You can see how much underneath still needs to come out. So I'm going to edge that. Really want to expose her thigh. She's got a really pretty hiney, so I don't mind showing it off. We're going to clean that up a little bit. That up. You want them always nice and round. Pandora's gonna look like she had a rear end reduction today because she's running around with big butt. She's got a very cute butt.
I figured it out.
What is it?
You know why there's so many poodle mixed breeds? It's because poodles have nice butts.
That would be it.
Right, right? That's why there's so many doodles, because
they're checking out the poodle butt.
They're checking out the poodle butts, right?
That's right.
All right, I figured it out. They can let all their Facebook friends know.
All right. All right. Like so, we're gonna get back up here in a little bit, and we'll carve in. Okay.
No, you did not.
So I'm gonna try to take some of this out. So I wanna go from top to bottom because otherwise all my hair is gonna end up falling on my palms down here. Don't fight with me, you're okay. So I'm gonna take my extreme curves and I'm gonna use that as an angle to go up into her jacket. And I can clean it up in a little bit. I just wanna make it nice and round. Just connect to the lines. Okay, I'm gonna go to bigger curves. It's jumping on me. Sorry, my hair gets in the way. I'm gonna take that in tighter. Flip them. I just want it to roll in the back. It's one of those things, I've learned poodles from multiple people, and some of it stuck, some of it didn't. I try to take what I can from each person and just adjust it to what is comfortable for me. Like I said, mine are not in the conformation ring, but I still like them nice and pretty, but easier to maintain. Just keep pulling those hairs out. And I think tomorrow we do a finish, so tomorrow I'll be doing a spray up on her. It's really difficult for me to do these because with creative, that's my favorite thing. I can just carve in whatever I want here or there. There's no rhyme or reason. It's like right now I'm just looking at her rosette. I'm like, ooh, it could be a heart or it could be this or that. I just try to sometimes remind myself, don't do that to every one of your dogs. To work on her front. A little more of that chest out. It's a good girl. She's probably not going to talk to me all the way home, but we'll be pretty. I'll get this in a second. So I'm going to save this piece for whenever she's actually up so I can trim what I need to on there.